Hello, my name is Dr. Kathy Brock, and I teach EDUC 501, Educational Research for Morningside College. In this video, I will be providing you information on the two artifacts from this course, which you are to place in your electronic portfolio. As a part of Morningside's commitment to ethical research, each participant in the educational research class is required to verify that he or she has successfully completed the Protecting Human Resources Participants online training program. This training program was developed by the National Institute of Health Office of Extramural Research. The link to the training program itself will be provided to you within the course shell. When you have successfully completed the training, you will receive an electronic copy of a certificate of completion. The training will probably take you about 3 hours, but you do not have to complete it in a single session. Once it is completed and you have received your certificate of completion, I ask that you place a copy in 2 locations. First, as it is a requirement for the course, you will be asked to place it within the course shell. Second, place a copy in your electronic portfolio. Now, the second artifact that you are to add to your portfolio from educational research is a copy of your proposal, the culminating assignment of the course. Through the reading and the assignments in the course, you will develop a proposal for a class action research project. As an educator, I'm sure you want to increase your students' success. While your class action project will provide you with the opportunity to address an issue that is practical and to test a potential solution for addressing that problem. You will start by clearly articulating a problem or an issue, something that may be occurring in your classroom or within your school. The topics are actually endless. Proficiency in reading or in math or in any subject, student motivation, skills and self-advocacy, or parental involvement. These are just several examples. After you identify the general area of the problem, you will be asked to provide specifics on the context of the problem as it relates to you, your classroom, or your school. With your broad area of interest identified, you now will begin your research of the literature. You are to seek relevant information from diverse professional sources that provide a solid background of information, both on the problem and also possible solutions. What have others attempted to do to address the same issue? Using the information you have learned related to your topic, knowing your school and knowing your students, you will now identify something you will test during your research project. We call this your independent variable. You will develop a hypothesis that will articulate how this independent variable will hopefully improve the problem you originally identified. May I give you a hint? Too many students want to identify what it is they'd like to test before they clearly articulate their problem. Remember, this project is to hopefully provide you with an opportunity for some very practical results which can improve student learning. Now, your research proposal is a formal paper. It will consist of 3 sections. The first section is called the introduction, and I have just identified the components. They are the problem statement, the context of problem, the review of literature, your hypothesis or research question, and an identification of the variables and how they will be operationalized. The first section is very important as it lays the foundation. You will be interacting with your instructor as this is developed. The second section of the research proposal is called the methodology section. Here you will share with your reader information on the setting and your subjects, demographic information. You will explain your treatment or the independent variable. What is it you plan to test? Your explanation should be such that if someone else read your project and would like to duplicate it, because they felt it would be beneficial for their setting. They would have enough guidance. Now, during the presentation of your treatment, be sure to affirm that your actions will adhere to any legal requirements, that students will be kept safe from harm, and that confidentiality will be maintained. You will also identify the data you will be collecting to see if your original problem, or your dependent variable, is improving. You will want to be specific. You will also want to articulate how you will analyze and present your results. For instance, will you be looking at individual students, at class results? Will you be looking at improvement over time or performance at a specific level and time? Are there subgroups that you would like to look at? These are just examples of how you may analyze your data. Now, there's one section left, your discussion section. Here you share with the reader what you expect your results to be as they relate to your hypothesis. You will identify any threats to the validity of your project and also specify any limitations as far as generalizing the results to other students or other classrooms. And finally, you will identify the steps you will take after the research project is completed and the results analyzed. Now, the completion of this proposal is very important. It allows you to make sure that what you're proposing will address your problem, and that the data that you plan to collect will help you to defend the hypothesis. In general, is your project well articulated? Is it doable? This will serve as your guide in following terms as you conduct your actual research and as you then later write the report on its results. I mentioned that your proposal is a formal paper. It is to follow current APA format and should demonstrate your knowledge and skills of professional and structurally correct writing at the graduate level. Now, writing is a process, and you will have multiple opportunities for input that could guide you as you work toward the copy of that final proposal. So, in addition to submitting your research proposal within your course shell, you are to submit a copy of your research proposal to your electronic portfolio. This will allow you to demonstrate your knowledge both of educational research and its application to the classroom. I wish you the very best as you conduct your research project.